Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class, English, second language for 10th standard. Those who are going to appear for the board exam. This revision is going on. We have done so far 2 lessons. This is third lesson. If you go through this once, that's more than enough. The reason is you have learnt it very well. Only thing to brush up your memory, I am doing this revision. So today we are going through the first poem, that is Grandma Climbs a Tree. Grandma Climbs a Tree is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond. That is, you want to see about Ruskin Bond, then you can see, go to the page 22 and see in that book. Ruskin Bond is, that is Kasoli. He was born in Kasoli, that is an Indian author of British descent. Now he lives in Landour, Missouri, India, and has written more than 30 books for children. Out of that, scenes from a writer's life. That is, Bond talks about his grandmother, Calcutta, and it shows Bond's great ability to enjoy unusual things or events and actions. That is, grandma's actions he has enjoyed nicely, and he has written a poem on that. Now, reading. Reading. My grandmother was a genius. You would like to know why? Because she could climb trees, spreading her high. She would be up their branches in a trice. And mind you, the last she climbed a tree, she was 62. Ever since childhood, she had this gift that for being happier in a tree than in a lift. And that, and through as years went by, she'd be told that climbing trees should stop when one grew old, and that growing old should be gone about gracefully. She would laugh and say, well, I will grow disgracefully. I can do it better. And we had to agree. She hadn't been up at one time or another, having learned to climb from a loving brother when she was 6. But it was feared by all that one day she would have a terrible fall. The outcome was different. While we were in town, she climbed a tree and couldn't come down. After the rescue, the doctor took Granny's temperature and said, I strongly recommend a quiet week in bed. He sighed with relief and tucked her up well. Poor Granny. For her, it was like a brief season in hell, confined to her bedroom, while every breeze whispered of summer and dancing leaves. But she had held her peace till she felt stronger. Then she sat up and said, I will lie here no longer. And she called for my father and told him undaunted that a house in a treetop was what she now wanted. My dad knew his duties. He said, that's all right. You will have what you want, dear. I will start work tonight. With my expert assistance, he soon finished the core, made her a tree house with windows and a door. So Granny moved up, and now every day I climb to her room with glasses and a tray. She sits there in state and drinks sherry with me, upholding her right to reside in a tree. So children, this is a very beautiful poem written by Ruskin Bond. Now, you should know there's a meaning, explanation. Explanation, that is, before going to the poem, you should know what is a childish habit. Childish habit means the adjective childish is used to mean childlike. It is an adjective word. It is giving the meaning childlike. Have you ever noticed some childish habits and desires in your grandmother? Have you noticed? Recollect? When your teacher comments that your chattering during class is childish, that is childish behavior, then your teacher meant that you are acting at a juvenile, that is a typical child, like that is child of a 4-year-old. So, but they feel happy. That is happiness for them. Happiness is a childish heart, no matter how old you are, isn't it? But some people, our grandma may have the childish behavior, like playing with the marble or flying kites or riding a bike, like that. Anyhow, now coming to the poem, Genius. My grandmother was a genius. You know why? So the genius means here great intelligence, unusual great intelligence is known as a genius. So you want to know why? Because why she was called a genius? Because she could climb trees. Whether the trees spreading, that is covering a large area, or growing tall, she would do it. That is, she would climb the tree, that is branches in a trees. In no time, she would climb the trees. In no time. That is, she doesn't require time to climb. She was very fast in climbing the trees. Then, as she grew older, what happened? Then everybody was telling her she should take care. She should stop climbing the trees. And 1 hour, when she was climbing the trees, why they were telling later? Because her age was only 62. She climbed a tree and the last was only 62 her age. So who gave this climbing trees? Who taught her? Her brother taught her when she was 6 years old. So from that time till now 62 years, what she is doing, she is climbing the trees. And so naturally the relatives, they used to tell her as she grew older, they were telling her to stop climbing and live gracefully. But she laughed and said that she would grow disgracefully and would do better climbing than before. All had to agree because they would not say no to her because she was very good in climbing the trees. Because the relatives had to agree that there was no tree in the garden was left without her climbing. She climbed all the trees in the garden. She learned to climb. That's what I told you already. She learned it from her brother when she was 6 years old. But why the people are telling her they didn't want her fall from the tree. So that's why one day she would have a terrible fall. They were afraid. That's why they wanted her to stop climbing the trees because she was growing old. But the result was different. While her relatives were in town, she climbed a tree and couldn't come down. After the rescue, the doctor came and took her temperature. He recommended a week bed rest. What the doctor said, recommended a week bed rest and made her to take rest compulsorily. The people felt relieved. Why? Because she was not following what they were telling. Then they were very happy so that the doctor could make her take a rest. The people felt relieved and made her feel comfortable in bed by pulling the covers up, that is the bed sheets and everything around them. For Granny, it was like a brief season of a hell. How she was feeling as if she was in hell. It was like a brief season that is similar. Because why it is similar? Because the like word has come. It was like a brief season in hell. For her, every breeze and leaves are dancing. So the leaves dance because wind blows. In that breeze, whispered of a summer season. What they were telling, the season was telling, nature was telling that is summer was approaching. So she waited patiently till she became stronger. She took rest and became strong. Then she sat up and called for her son, that is Ruskin Bond's father, and told him undaunted. Undaunted means what? Without hesitation. Undaunted means without hesitation. What she told? I will lie here no longer. So she wanted a house in a treetop. My dad knew his duties. So he said, that's all right. You will have what you wanted, and I will start working tonight only. And with the Ruskin Bond's expert assistance, he soon finished his core. Core means a task or work. What is the work? Work of building a treetop house. And how was the house? The tree house was having two windows and one door. Imagine how nice it would be, that too in the treetop. So Granny moved up, and every day Ruskin Bond climbs to her room with the glasses and a tray. And she sits there in a happy state and drinks the sherry. That is, sherry means a yellow, brown colored wine. What then? With him upholding her right to live on a reside on a tree. So children, so this is the explanation of the poem. Now coming to the meaning and question answers. You should know the meaning. So because they will give meaning and they asking you to write one word for that meaning. So in a trice, very quickly, outcome, what actually happened, hold one's peace, keep quiet, undaunted, without hesitation, core, task, sherry, yellow or brown colored wine, upholding, making clear to the world. Now this is the meaning. Now coming to the question answer, what does the poet call his grandmother? The poet calls his grandmother a genius. Why does the poet call his grandmother genius? The poet calls his grandmother genius because she could climb trees, whether spreading or high, and she would be up their branches in a trice. In a trice means in no time. What was her age when she climbed the tree last? She was 62 when she climbed the tree last. What was special about the grandma's unique ability? How long did she take to do it? Grandma's unique ability was that she could climb any tree. A tree that was high or with spreading branches did not trouble her. She would be up their branches in a trice. How did grandma keep herself happy? She kept herself happy by climbing all type of trees, then going in a lift. There wasn't any tree left in the garden without her climbing. What advice did people give her? She never stopped climbing the trees as she grew old. So people advised her to stop climbing the trees. What was her reply to her people? When her people advised her to grow old gracefully, she said that she would not stop climbing trees. Instead, she would grow old disgracefully. Who taught her climbing the trees? Her loving brother taught her to climb the trees at the age of 6. And why did the doctor visit the granny and what did he tell her? One day, when all her people were in town, she climbed a tree and couldn't come down. After the rescue from a treetop, a doctor was called. He checked her temperature and recommended a week bed rest. How did Granny feel when confined to her bed? It was like a brief season in hell for her. Every breeze and dancing leaves whispered of summer. She kept quiet till she regained her strength. Why did call her son? Why did she call her son? She called her son and told that she wanted a tree house in a treetop. My dad knew his duties. What did he think his duty was? He knew that his duty was to build her a house with the windows and the doors on a treetop. What happened? in the end, Granny got a tree house and moved up where the author sits and drinks a sherry every day. What qualities of grandma do you appreciate? Granny was a cheerful old lady. She loved climbing trees even at the age of 62. Above all, she exercised her right to live where she wanted, that is, on a tree top. Now, children, coming to the summary. So, if you know the question answers, you can write summary yourself. And moreover, this summary carries 4 marks. If you write this summary perfect, you will get out of 4 only. So, children, so be thorough. That's what I keep on telling you. Concentration, listen, see, and practice write, and then be thorough with any question from this poem. The poem Grandma Climbs the Tree portrays Ruskin Bond's love for his family. Ruskin Bond in this poem tells us how his grandmother had a passion means a liking for climbing trees from a very young age, and how she could climb. How she could climb trees till the age of 62. The only problem was that Bond's family were scared that one day she would fall. Once, when everyone except grandma was out of town, the old grandma climbed a tree but was unable to come down. After being rescued, the doctor advised her a week bed rest. However, grandma was not able to live without a tree. So she asked her son, that is Bond's father, to build a tree house. Accordingly, Bond and his father built a treetop house where grandma and Bond spent evening sitting in the tree house drinking sherry. How nice it is, no? This poem shows the unconditional love Bond has towards his family. It shows his ability to convert a real situation into a story. Good children, the poem is over. I think in the unit, poem is over. Now prose is left. Now we will go to the prose. That is a hero. Yeah. Now, coming to the hero, this lesson is written by R.K. Narayan. It is widely considered to be one of the greatest Indian English novelists. Who R.K. Narayan is widely considered to be one of the greatest Indian English novelists, who is known for simple and unpretentious writing style. He is best known for his works set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. That is imaginary Malgudi. Then they have made one serial also, Malgudi Days. You can see the same hero in that serial also. His work includes Swami and his friends, the Bachelor of Arts, the English teacher, and the financial expert. His novel, The Guide, was adapted for film and it won the Sahitya Academy Award. He highlights the social content and provides a feel for his characters through everyday life. And he was nominated to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of Indian's parliament. So children, this lesson first we have taken, that is, you have studied this question as an umpteen time. So you must be thorough with all this writing as well as answers. So children, according to the paras, that is first para, second para, third, fifth para, I have given the question answers so that to make you thorough with the lesson. Who is the hero of the story? Swami, who is studying second form. His class is second form, is the hero of the story. And what was his father doing on that day? His father was reading a newspaper under the hall lamp. Swami's father drew his attention to a report in the newspaper. What was the report about? The report was about the bravery of a village lad while returning home by the jungle path, came face to face with the tiger. It described the fight the boy had with the tiger and his flight up the tree where he stayed half a day till some people came that way and killed the tiger. Fourth question, the report said that the boy who fought with the tiger stayed on the tree for half a day. Why did he do so? And choose the right answer. I have given only the right answer. He wanted someone to kill the tiger. Then fifth question, what was Swami's reply to his father? He replied that it must have been a very strong and grown-up person, not a boy at all, to fight the tiger. Swami said that a very strong and grown-up person might have fought with the tiger. Do you think he made this remark out of his experience, wisdom, or a belief? So the correct answer is belief. What was his father's opinion about courage? What was his father's opinion? That is, according to him, a man may have the strength of an elephant and yet be a coward, whereas another may have the strength of the straw, but he has courage. He can do anything. So courage is everything, and strength and age are not important. Can you prove you have courage? Swami's father said. Was he joking or serious? Was it a challenge or a command? He was not joking. He was very serious about his son's courage. And challenge became command. First he was only challenging, then later it became a command. What was his father's challenge? His father's challenge was that Swami should sleep alone that night in his office room. Okay, now next question, 10th. Why it was a frightful proposition to Swami? Why he was afraid? He was not ready to sleep alone in the office room because he always had slept beside his granny in the passage, and any change in his sleep arrangement kept him trembling and awake all night. How did he try to change the topic? He tried to change the topic by telling about his cricket club. Still, the 4 more points may be there. Please remember, if it comes in separately, you have to write all the points. Then 12th question, the place where Swami usually slept was beside his granny. So that's underlining, beside his granny he was sleeping, fill in the blank. And what is disgraceful according to Swami's father? According to Swami's father, it was disgraceful sleeping beside his granny or mother like a baby who was studying in a second form. That second form is equal to 7th standard now. The meanings, sneer, speak in a very unkind way, frightful, unpleasant, face to face with, that is close to something and looking at it, reading it through, reading it from the beginning to the end, crossly, a little angrily, mere skeleton, very thin, scowl, an angry look or expression, tenacity, determination, cut in, interrupted at once, proposition, suggestion, mumble, say something not clear enough. Then next one is, answer the following question, that para 6 to 9. What do you think was the practice of a granny before she went to bed? She used to tell stories to Swami before going to bed. See children, why I am giving para-wise, that is for multiple choice questions or one word questions, then you will be able to write this answer. Was Swami really sleeping or was he pretending? He was not really sleeping, he was only pretending. To Swami, his father looked like an apparition. Apparition means what? Here, ghost. Then that is a fill in the blank. Why do you think Swami looked at his granny and his mother while following his father to the room? Swami looked at his granny and threw a look of appeal at his mother to save him from his father. There might be scorpions behind your love books, said Swami. Had he seen them earlier or were they scorpions really? No, he had not seen them earlier and really there are no scorpions. Was it a trick to escape from his father? Yes, it was a trick to escape from his father. Meaning, gloomily, feeling a way that things will not improve. The sternly, seriously, and strictly, and tiptoed, walked quietly on the tips of his toes, and gesticulations to make movements with the hands and arms, then snore to breathe in a noisy way. Apparition, ghost, scorpions, small creatures of the spider family with a poisonous sting. Slunk, moved somewhere quietly and secretly. A laughing stock, an object of ridicule. The next one, para from 10 to 13. Swami wished that the tiger hadn't spared the boy, which means he didn't want the boy to be alive. He didn't want the tiger to be alive. He didn't want the boy to be alive. Second question, as silence deepened in the room, what was Swami reminded of? He remembered all the stories of devils and ghosts he had heard in his life. He remembered that his chum Mani, who had seen the devil in the banyan tree at his street end, his friend Muniswami's father, who spat out blood because the devil near the river's edge slapped his cheek when he was returning home one night. He saw shadows from the street lamp on the wall and heard different noises like the tickling of the clock, rustling of trees, snoring sounds, and some insects humming. He expected the devils to come up to carry him away, like his old friend in the fourth class, who was said to have been carried off by a ghost to Siam or Nepal. Which place in the room did Swami think was safe, compact, and reassuring? Swami felt the place under the bench was safe, compact, and reassuring. Swami touched the wooden leg of the bench in the room instead of Granny. Fill in the blank appropriately. Swami saw moving creatures in the room. It was a man. What did Swami do when the shadow came nearer? When the shadow came nearer, he crawled out from the bench, hugged it with all his might, and used his teeth on it like a mortal weapon and bit it. Now meanings, chum, a good friend, especially among children, spare, not to harm anyone, encased, covered himself closely, crouch, lower the body, close to the ground, reassure, to make someone feel calmer, to make someone frightened, rack, make someone suffer, great mental pain, nightmare, a heightening dream, desperately do something with no hope, mortal weapon, deadly weapon. Now next one, 14 to 17. Who cried, Ayo, something has bitten me? The burglar said, he only cried, Ayo, something has bitten me. Who did father, cook, and servant stumble upon? Stumble means falling upon. Swami's father, cook, and the servant stumbled upon the burglar who lay amidst the furniture with a bleeding ankle. Why were congratulations showered on Swami? Congratulations were showered on Swami as he had become. So that is, congratulations were showered on Swami as he had become a hero for having bitten into the flesh of one of the notorious housebreakers of the district, and the police were grateful to him for it. Do you think Swami really wanted to join the police? If not, what did he want to be? No, Swami did not have the courage to sleep alone after the burglars. Swami really did not want to join the police. He wanted to be an engine driver, a railway guard, or a bus conductor later in life. Did Swami muster up courage to sleep alone after the burglars incident? No, Swami did not have the courage to sleep alone after the burglars incident. So the following night, he went to bed before his father could come home and slept at his usual place beside his granny. Who supported Swami? His grandmother as granny. Swami's mother supported him. So children, so these are the questions. Be thorough. Now, I believe you'll go through this. It's very easy because you have learned for a long time, 1 year, you have learned this repeatedly. So all the best. So children, then contact me for further, but for further any feedback. So children, be happy. All the best. Congrats. You should be given. Congrats for what? For getting 90 marks above. Understand? That's why I'm taking this much trouble to make you remember. That's all. Nothing else. Thank you.